Listen to me very carefully. If you have any Kennedy half dollars at home, in a drawer, in a jar, in your pocket, or sitting forgotten somewhere, you need to stop what you're doing right now and check them. Do not spend these coins. I'm serious. These coins are hidden wealth. These coins are silent fortunes. These old coins are a treasure, and people are accidentally throwing away serious money every single day. Some of these look dirty. Some look old. Some look completely normal. And that's exactly why they're so dangerous. Rare coins equal big money, and secret collectors want them more than you can imagine. We're talking real auction shock, collectors fighting. Nobody talks about these, and yes, some of you watching right now are holding a fortune and don't even know it. Check your pocket now. Check your coins now. Stay till the end, because every next coin in this video gets bigger, rarer, more shocking, and more dangerous to ignore. These change everything. Dirty old coins? That's where the hidden treasure lives. This is a rare US. Coins alert. Do not spend these coins. Now listen, this first coin is the kind of coin that people spend without thinking. The kind of coin that gets thrown in a drawer, dropped in a jar, or used to buy something small. And every time that happens, a silent fortune disappears. I'm talking about the 1,965 Kennedy half dollar with no mint mark, in that old, dirty, golden and brown antique look, the kind that looks tired, circulated, almost forgotten. And that's exactly why it's so dangerous. This is not fiction. This is real. This coin is hidden wealth. This coin is a treasure. This coin is worth serious money. And if you ignore it, you could be losing a life-changing opportunity. The moment you see this coin, your brain tells you it's just an old half dollar. That's the trap. Stay with me, because this detail changes everything. 1965 was not a normal year in America. The country was under pressure. The economy was shifting. Silver was disappearing from everyday money. People were hoarding. People were scared. The system was changing right in front of everyone's eyes. And right in the middle of that chaos, this Kennedy half dollar was born. The design already carried huge emotional weight because Kennedy was more than a president. He was a symbol, and people treated these coins differently from the very beginning. They didn't just spend them. They saved them. They hid them. They pulled them out of circulation. And that alone started to make survival in normal, honest, circulated condition strangely rare. This coin feels different in your hand. It has presence. It has weight. It has that solid, serious feel that modern coins don't have anymore. The size, the thickness, the diameter, the way it sits in your palm, everything about it feels like real money. The composition of this coin comes from a time when the mint was under extreme stress, changing metals, changing rules, changing everything. That pressure creates mistakes, oddities, special survivors, and coins that should not be normal. And this is where collectors start to get very, very quiet and very, very aggressive. Now here's the part most people don't understand. You would think only perfect shiny coins matter. That's not true here. This 1,965, no, mint mark, Kennedy half dollar in old, dirty, golden brown, antique-looking, circulated condition can be exactly what serious collectors want. Why? Because it proves the coin lived. It proves it survived. It proves it wasn't messed with. Original surfaces matter. Original toning matters. That natural skin, that aged look, that honest wear, that's not damage, that's history. And if someone cleaned it, if someone tried to make it shiny, they might have destroyed a fortune in seconds. Never clean this coin. I'm warning you. Cleaning this coin can turn hidden wealth into nothing. People don't realize how many of these were melted, hoarded, lost, or ruined over the decades. Survival is the real enemy here. Finding one is one thing. Finding one that still has the right look, the right feel, the right untouched surfaces, that's where the magic is. And then there's the mint mark, or in this case, the missing one. No mint mark means something. It puts this coin in a very specific story, a very specific production moment, and collectors obsess over these tiny details. They look at the surface. They look at the strike. They look at the color. They look at the edges. They look at things most people would never notice in a million years. And that's why this is not a normal coin. Stay till the end, because what comes next is even bigger. But you need to understand this part. When these coins show up at serious auctions, the room changes. The bidding is quiet, but aggressive. Nobody is joking. Nobody is there for fun. These are people who already know what this is. They don't talk about it. They don't advertise it. They just fight for it. And once they get it, they don't sell. They hold. They lock it away. And that's why demand keeps rising while supply keeps shrinking. And yes, I'm going to say it once and only once. A real example of this exact kind of 1,965 Kennedy half dollar has reached around $310 zeroth. That's not pocket change. That's not nice money, that's hidden wealth. That's silent fortune. That's life-changing money from a coin that most people would spend without thinking. So listen to me very carefully. Do not spend this coin. Never clean this coin. Original toning matters. Professional grading is critical. If you think you have one, you check it carefully. You look at the date. You look for the mint mark or the missing mint mark. You look at the surfaces. You look at the color. You look at the feel. And you be patient, because patience is golden in this world. One bad decision, one cleaning, one careless move, and the treasure is gone. This is not a story. This is happening right now. These are hiding in plain sight. People are losing them every day. And the scariest part? The next coin is even rarer, even more shocking, and even more dangerous to ignore. And once you see it, you're going to realize just how many silent fortunes are still out there waiting to be spent by the wrong person. Next up, listen, before you even think about skipping this, stay right here, because this is not fiction. This is one of those coins that looks so normal, so harmless, so spendable, that it's actually dangerous. I'm talking about the 1,966 Kennedy half dollar with no mint mark in that grayish, honest, fine circulated condition. The kind of coin you'd never look at twice. The kind of coin that gets tossed in a drawer, dropped in a pocket, or spent without a second thought. And every single time that happens, a silent fortune disappears. This coin is hidden wealth. This coin is a treasure. This coin is worth serious money. And if you ignore it, you could be throwing away a life-changing opportunity. The first time you see it, it doesn't scream rare. It whispers. And that whisper is what traps people. Stay till the end, because this detail changes everything. 1966 was not a calm year. America was still in the middle of massive economic pressure. The money system was already cracking. Silver had been pulled out. People were hoarding. People didn't trust what was happening to their coins anymore. The mint was under stress, rushing production, changing materials, changing processes, trying to keep up with a country that was burning through money fast. And whenever that happens, strange things are born. Special survivors. Unusual coins. Coins that shouldn't feel different, but do. The Kennedy design already carried huge emotional weight. This wasn't just a face on a coin. This was a symbol. People saved these. People hid these. People treated them differently. And that's part of the reason why true, original, honest survivors in normal circulated condition are so hard to find today. This coin has a presence in your hand. The weight, the size, the thickness, the diameter. It feels like real old money. Solid. Serious. The composition comes from that strange in-between era. Not the old silver world, not the modern cheap world either. A transition coin, born in a stressed system, and that's exactly the kind of moment that creates hidden treasures. That grayish look, that soft, natural, almost cloudy surface, that's not dirt. That's not damage. That's age. That's originality. That's the skin of the coin. And collectors care about that more than most people will ever understand. This is not a make-it-shiny coin. Never clean this coin. I'm warning you. One cleaning can erase a fortune in seconds. Original toning matters. Original surfaces matter. That quiet, aged look is part of what makes this coin special. Now here's where it gets scary. Most people think rarity means perfect condition. Not here. Survival is the real enemy. How many were spent? How many were lost? How many were damaged, cleaned, polished, destroyed? How many were melted or ruined over time? A 1966 Kennedy $half with no mint mark that still looks right, still feels right, still has that honest, untouched presence. That's where the hidden wealth lives. And then there's the missing mint mark, or better said, the no mint mark status. That tiny detail puts this coin in a very specific place in history and production. And collectors obsess over these tiny things. They look at the strike. They look at the surfaces. They look at the edges. They look at the color. They look at details you would never notice. And when everything lines up, the room changes. When one of these shows up at a serious auction, the bidding is not loud. It's quiet. It's tense. It's aggressive. Nobody is there to play. Nobody is there to experiment. These are people who already know what this is. They don't talk about it. They don't brag about it. They fight for it. And when they win, they don't sell. They lock it away. They hold it. And that's why demand keeps rising while supply keeps shrinking. Stay with me, because what comes next is even bigger. But you need to hear this part. I'm going to say this once and only once. A real example of this 1966 Kennedy $half has reached around $285. That's not luck. That's not hype. That's hidden wealth. That's silent fortune. That's serious money from a coin that most people would spend like nothing. So listen very carefully. Do not spend this coin. Never clean this coin. Original toning matters. Professional grading is critical. If you think you have one, you check the date. You check the mint mark or the missing mint mark. You look at the surfaces. You look at the color. You look at the feel. And then you slow down, because patience is golden. One careless move can turn a life-changing opportunity into a regret you can't fix. This is happening right now. These are hiding in plain sight. People are losing them every single day. And the craziest part? The next coin is even rarer, even more shocking, and even more dangerous to ignore. And once you see it, you're going to realize just how deep this hidden treasure story really goes. Next up, stop. Seriously, stop right here and listen, because this is one of those coins that can ruin your day after you realize what you just spent. This is not fiction. This is not hype. This is a real hidden treasure hiding in plain sight. I'm talking about the 1967 Kennedy $half with no mint mark, in that old, dark, blackish, almost mysterious look, in fine circulated condition. The kind of coin that looks tired. The kind of coin that looks like it's been through a lot. The kind of coin people don't respect. And that's exactly why it's so dangerous. This coin is hidden wealth. This coin is a silent fortune. This coin is worth serious money. And people are accidentally losing it every single day. The first time you see it, you might even think something is wrong with it. That dark skin, that deep tone, that aged, almost shadowy surface, most people think that means bad condition. That's the biggest mistake you can make. Stay till the end, because this detail changes everything. That dark look is not damage. That dark look is age. That dark look is originality. That dark look is the coin telling you it survived. 1967 was not a normal year. America was still stuck in the middle of a massive money transition. The old world of real metal coins was collapsing. The new world was being rushed in. People were hoarding. People were nervous. The mint was under pressure like you wouldn't believe. When systems are stressed, strange things happen. Production changes. Materials change. Quality control changes. And in those moments, coins are born that don't belong to any normal category. They become something else. They become quiet legends. The Kennedy design already carried emotional weight that most coins will never have. This wasn't just a face. This was a memory. This was a symbol. And people treated these coins differently from day one. Many were saved. Many were hidden. Many were never spent. And that's why real, honest, original survivors that actually lived a life in circulation are strangely hard to find today. This coin has a presence in your hand. You feel it immediately. The weight, the size, the thickness, the diameter. It feels like serious old money. It doesn't feel like modern change. It feels important. And that matters more than you think. The composition of this coin comes from that strange in-between era. Not the old world. Not the new world. A stressed world. A confused world. And coins from these moments are exactly where hidden treasures are born. They were made fast. They were made under pressure. And many of them didn't survive in the right way. Now let's talk about that blackish look again. That deep, dark, almost antique skin. Collectors love this. They fight for this. Because it means the coin was not messed with. It means nobody cleaned it. It means nobody tried to improve it. Never clean this coin. I'm warning you. Cleaning this coin can destroy a fortune in seconds. Original toning matters. Original surfaces matter. That dark, aged look is part of the value. It's part of the story. It's part of what makes this coin special. And here's where it gets scary. Most people think rarity is about how many were made. That's not the real battle. The real battle is survival. How many were spent into nothing? How many were damaged? How many were polished? How many were ruined? How many were lost forever? A 1967 Kennedy half-dollar with no mint mark that still has the right look, the right skin, the right untouched presence. That's where the silent fortune lives. And yes, the no mint mark detail matters a lot. It locks this coin into a very specific production story, a very specific moment in history. And collectors obsess over tiny things. They look at the strike. They look at the edges. They look at the fields. They look at the color. They look at details that normal people would never notice in their entire lives. And when everything lines up, the room changes. When one of these shows up at a serious auction, nobody is laughing. Nobody is guessing. The bidding is quiet, slow, aggressive, controlled. These people already know what this is. They don't talk about it. They don't show it off. They fight for it. And once they get it, they don't sell. They hold it. They lock it away. And that's why demand keeps climbing while supply keeps disappearing. Stay with me, because what comes next is even bigger. But you need to hear this. I'm going to say this once and only once. A real example of this 1967 Kennedy half-dollar has reached around $275. Let that sink in. That's not luck. That's not a joke. That's hidden wealth. That's silent fortune. That's life-changing money from a coin that most people wouldn't even look at twice. So listen very carefully. Do not spend this coin. Never clean this coin. Original toning matters. Professional grading is critical. If you think you have one, you check the date. You check for the missing mint mark. You look at the surfaces. You look at that dark skin. You look at the feel in your hand. And then you slow down, because patience is golden. One careless move can erase a fortune you didn't even know you had. This is happening right now. These are hiding in plain sight. People are losing them every day. And the scary part? The next coin is even rarer, even more shocking, and even more dangerous to ignore. And once you hear about it, this one is going to feel small compared to what's coming next. Wait, before you even breathe, before you even think about skipping, you need to hear this, because this is one of those coins that can absolutely destroy you after you realize what you just spent. This is not a joke. This is not hype. This is real hidden treasure hiding in plain sight. I'm talking about the 1,979 Kennedy half-dollar with no mint mark in old circulated condition. The kind of coin that looks boring. The kind of coin that looks ordinary. The kind of coin people don't even respect anymore. And that's exactly why it's so dangerous. This coin is hidden wealth. This coin is a silent fortune. This coin is worth serious money. And people are accidentally losing it every single day. Most people hear 1,979 and their brain shuts off. It sounds modern. It sounds common. It sounds worthless. That's the trap. Stay till the end, because this detail changes everything. 1,979 was not a calm time in America. The country was under heavy economic pressure. Inflation was hurting everyone. Confidence in money was weak. People were worried. The system was stressed. And whenever a system is stressed, strange things happen at the mint. Production gets rushed. Standards shift. Attention to detail changes. And in those moments, coins are born that don't behave like normal coins. They become quiet anomalies. They become hidden treasures. The Kennedy design by this time was already legendary. This wasn't just a face on a coin. This was an American symbol that people had been saving, hiding, and treating differently for years. That alone changes survival. Many were pulled out of circulation. Many were thrown into collections. Many never lived a real life. And that's why honest, original, circulated survivors are much rarer than people think. When you hold this coin, it still has presence. The size, the weight, the thickness, the diameter. It feels different from the small, forgettable change people are used to today. It feels like real money. Even in circulated condition, it has authority. It has that "this matters" feeling. And the composition of this coin comes from a period where the mint was focused on speed and volume, not perfection. That's exactly the kind of environment that creates strange survivors and quiet rarities. Now let's talk about the look. Old, circulated, used. That's not a problem. That's a story. That's proof of life. That's proof this coin wasn't locked away, wasn't messed with, wasn't artificially improved. And that's incredibly important. Never clean this coin. I'm warning you. One cleaning can erase a fortune in seconds. Original surfaces matter. Original skin matters. Even that slightly dull, tired, honest look can be exactly what collectors want. Here's what most people don't understand. Rarity is not just about how many were made. It's about how many survived the right way. How many were spent into nothing. How many were damaged. How many were scratched, polished, ruined, or thrown away. How many were treated like junk. A 1,979 Kennedy half-dollar with no mint mark that still has the right feel, the right surfaces, the right untouched presence. That's where the hidden wealth lives. And yes, the missing mint mark matters. A lot. That tiny detail locks this coin into a very specific production story. A very specific moment in time. And collectors obsess over this kind of thing. They study the strike. They study the fields. They study the edges. They study the tiny details you would never notice. And when all of that lines up, the room changes. When one of these appears in a serious auction, the mood is different. The bidding is quiet, controlled, tense, aggressive. Nobody is there to guess. Nobody is there to learn. These people already know exactly what this is. They don't talk about it. They don't advertise it. They fight for it. And when they get it, they don't sell it. They hold it. They lock it away. And that's why demand keeps rising, while supply keeps disappearing. Stay with me, because what comes next is even bigger. But you need to hear this part. I'm going to say this once and only once. A real example of this 1,979 Kennedy half-dollar has reached around $225 zeroth. Let that sink in. That's not nice money. That's hidden wealth. That's silent fortune. That's life-changing money from a coin that most people would spend without even looking at it. So listen very carefully. Do not spend this coin. Never clean this coin. Original toning matters. Professional grading is critical. If you think you have one, you check the date. You check for the missing mint mark. You look at the surfaces. You look at the feel. You look at the overall presence. And then you slow down, because patience is golden. One careless move can destroy a fortune you didn't even know you were holding. This is happening right now. These are hiding in plain sight. People are losing them every single day. And the crazy part? The next coin is even rarer, even more shocking, and even more dangerous to ignore. And once you hear about it, you're going to realize just how deep this hidden treasure story really goes. Next up, all right, stop everything for a second, because what I'm about to show you might be the most shocking coin you'll ever see in this series. You think 1,994 is modern and common? Think again. This is the 1,994 Kennedy half-dollar with a P mint mark in very fine condition. And most people have no idea that coins like this are quietly worth life-changing money. People are accidentally losing this kind of treasure every single day. Do not spend this coin. This coin is hidden wealth. This coin is a silent fortune. This coin is worth serious money. And if you let it slip out of your hands, you could be throwing away a fortune you'll never get back. This is not fiction. This is a rare US coin alert. Stay with me, because the next few minutes could change everything you think you know about the money in your pocket. 1,994 might seem recent, but the world of coin collecting is ruthless. By this time, the mint had already gone through decades of changes, pushing production, testing metals, and dealing with supply issues no one talks about. That stress created tiny anomalies, survival odds that were low, and coins that collectors would fight tooth and nail to get. And this very fine 1,994 Kennedy half-dollar with a P mint mark, is one of those anomalies hiding in plain sight. The design carries decades of history. The weight, thickness, and diameter all feel like real solid money. Money that's not just paper or digital. Money that's tangible, that carries quiet wealth, that can change a life. Look at it closely. That very fine condition shows it's circulated, but it survived intact. That's the secret. Survival is rarity. Original toning matters. Original surfaces matter. Do not clean this coin. Never polish it. One careless move, one attempt to make it shine, and the life-changing hidden wealth inside this coin could vanish in seconds. The P mint mark, collectors obsess over this. They look at every strike, every field, every edge, every tiny detail that makes a coin special. That small detail is why collectors are fighting, why auction rooms go silent, why some coins sell for more than you could imagine. By now, you should see the pattern. Every coin in this video has been about hidden treasure, silent fortune, and life-changing opportunities. This 1,994 Kennedy half-dollar is no different. Even though it's newer, it's rarer than most people expect. Supply is shrinking, demand is climbing, and collectors are holding, not selling. Real auction behavior is quiet, aggressive, and intense. If one of these shows up, the room changes instantly. And yes, a real example of this coin has reached around $155 zeroth. That's right, over $100,000 hiding in something that could look ordinary to the untrained eye. So here's the final warning. Do not spend this coin. Never clean it. Original toning matters. Professional grading is critical. Check every detail. Be patient. One careless mistake can erase a hidden fortune. And don't forget, what you just watched is only half the story. Every coin in this series has been bigger, rarer, and more shocking than the last. And yet, even after this, there are still silent fortunes hiding in circulation, waiting for the next person to accidentally spend them. If you thought this was incredible, imagine what else is out there, quietly waiting. Because the world of rare coins never stops, and each hidden treasure can change everything for someone lucky enough to spot it before it's gone. This isn't just coins. This is life-changing wealth hiding in plain sight. Check your pockets. Check your drawers. Hidden treasure is closer than you think.